various things that I've just purchased. I always stop on here. Rivi Services on M61. It's only about 5 minutes from my house. Let's go around here. Yeah, I can't drive past here without stopping and getting something. So, heading for a ship. Ultimately, going to Budapest. So it's Tuesday today. So yeah, I might get Budapest off on Friday. Have to see how things go. Normally wouldn't do this because it's a weekend away, but it sort of coincides really well with having a week off when I get back. So plus it's been like 3 years since I've been to Hungary. So yeah, you know, why not? So somebody asked for more ship content, ship with a P content. So I've got the other one covered. So I've got ship with a T. That's all sorted, that is. I've got that sort of content coming out of my ears. So yeah, I'll do a little bit of going on to the ship, coming off the ship to the other side. Why not? Wow. This one got on the ship. They've come round and asked us to put our towing eyes in the front of the truck. Big steel recovery point which you screw into the bumper, which means that they are chaining the trucks down tonight, which means it's going to be rough. It's going to be lumpy. So we'll see. They said, because I came back on this one last night. They were talking this morning, so it's going to be lumpy tonight. So we'll see. It's that time of year, innit? Problem with it being rough is you don't sleep. You can't sleep in it. But your ship crashing around all night, rolling from side to side. On these freighters as well, because this is a freight only ship, they just go for it. Like your passenger ships, I always find them to be a much more civilised affair when the weather's bad, but these lads, they don't care. Something else I always do as well, getting on this ship, getting on any ship really I suppose, but these ships in particular where you reverse on them, is I clean my mirrors. Because trust me, there is nothing worse than trying to back into a stupidly tight spot with blazing spotlights behind you with filthy mirrors. And we are going to go upstairs. So deck 3, oh, sorry, deck 5 I should say, deck 7. It's already quite full there as well. Yeah, quite a lot on here tonight. Always turn the headlights off, because there's nothing worse than other trucks with the headlights blazing in your face or blazing at you in your mirrors while you're trying to reverse into a stupidly tight spot. And going up these ramps, always stick it in manual, always stick it in a gear. I know that it will just go up here in. He's going up on 7 in, so I'm going up on 7 as well. Or is he? Yeah, he is. Yeah, they've not even started loading 5 yet. Or have they? Yeah, they're putting him in behind there, aren't they? It's going to be busy tonight. There is no one here telling me what to do, but I pretty much know what we're doing. Yeah. Oh, it's another good thing here. I will not set off up this ramp until it's clear at the top. I will not do it. They can shout and scream and flap their arms around as much as they like, but I ain't going up there until he's gone, because setting off up these ramps is horrible. It's really hard on the truck, so there's no way we're doing that. Plus, if you're dead heavy and it's wet, you might not even get going up here. Just sit there wheel spinning, and that is not good. They're having issues getting someone parked in there properly. With a bit of luck, they'll just drive me up into a spot straight in front of us here, and then I'll just reverse down the ramp in the morning, which is easy because these ramps are really, really wide compared to some ships. And your next obstacle after that is getting out of your truck and getting back in tomorrow. You'll be mirror to mirror up here. Well, anywhere really. You're lucky if you can open your door halfway. Yeah, they're having problems with your man up there. In his defence, he's probably got 3 fellas at various points at the truck. Oh, hang on. Which side, boss? Holla. I can do that for you. I can do that. Number 1 driver, you see. Ah, okay. Well, look at that. Look at that. That is better. Because we're not going to get a truck covered in salt. Can't think I've ever had that happen before, to be fair. But your man there struggling has done us a big favour there. I'm sure he said no lashing as well. Maybe not. I don't know. Also means we'd get off quite a bit quicker in the morning as well, so. Oh yeah, there's definitely a lashing going on here. Van Dyne's at side of me is well chained down. I think he's got 6 on. No, he's got 4 on. 6 would not have been good. There you go, that's your cue to stop. Oh, pull my mirror in as well. I hate them when they throw these chains around at side of the truck as well. Breaking headlights and smashing them off your paintwork, they do not care. Right, there you go, bought stuff, done. I understand the wipers are annoying, I get that. Just had a really annoying moment which has made me turn the camera on. I thought I'm going to gloss over Holland, do very little filming in Holland. I'm coming up by Schiphol, and as I'm coming under one of the taxiways by Schiphol Airport, a Boeing, I think it was 777, was taxiing right across the top of the motorway. I got a picture of it, probably make a good thumbnail for the video. So I don't know why I've started filming after that, because I missed it. But yeah, anyway. You got a view of a little EasyJet Airbus there, didn't you? On the back end of another 777, I think. The cargo looks 747 over there, if that helps. Taking off that. Come on, mate. It's now the following day. One of my least favourite stretches of motorway in Germany, this. From Kassel all the way down here. It's got massive hills on it. Only short hills, but really, really steep. Loads of no overtaking. It's, yeah, it's just hard work. And roadworks. This is Germany. This roadworks, mile after mile after mile of roadworks, and anything they do takes them years to complete it. You think we're bad in the UK for being slow? We've got nothing on the Germans. Anybody that tells you the Germans are efficient has never been to Germany, because they are not. Sticklers for rules, absolutely. You tell them it's got to be a particular way, that's the way it is. But efficient, absolutely not. Oh no. Oh, he's running back at somebody, that fella, can't he? Oh no. He's running into summer. Oh, man. Roadworks here, aren't we? Sign telling us we can overtake here, just for anybody that's being pedantic about it all. Well, tell us we can overtake, tell us we can use this lane though. You get a lot of confusion here as well, because for some reason they don't want you using them two left lanes to go to Frankfurt, the A5, in a truck. They want you to use this far right hand lane here, but SatNav will always tell you to get in those two left hand lanes to go to Frankfurt. But if you're in a truck, as you can see from the signs, you're not allowed. And the amount of trucks you see get right up to here and then come right across all 5 lanes or 4 lanes, so as they don't go up there. But I've been up there numerous times, those left hand lanes, and there's no reason, because of roadworks etc, and this right hand lane being closed, there's absolutely no reason not to use one of those left hand lanes there. Somebody's come up with that as a, yeah, we'll keep these 2 lanes on the left for cars so they can keep moving quickly, and they've just made that whole junction really dangerous, and there's accidents there all the time. That fella with the blue truck back there in the roadworks looks to me, from the damage, significant amount of damage on the front of his. Well, I don't know if you saw him on camera, I think you did, trying to shut his passenger door, and glass falling from it as he's trying to shut it. That is such a typical accident in Germany, where you get miles and miles and miles, and I mean mile after mile, of no overtaking on empty motorways, no overtaking, and it's they go on about Abstand, which is distance and 50 metres and all that. It's just human nature. People get frustrated and they get closer and closer, and then because you've got nothing to do, all you've got to do is sit in the near side lane following the truck in front of you. They zone out, they lose concentration, all of a sudden everybody stopped in front of them and they hit the brakes. It is a classic German accident where trucks run into the back of each other. You see it all the time, way more than you see it in any other country. And if you're over here as well with a camper, sometimes those overtaking, but not all the time, but sometimes those overtaking bans apply to campers, and sometimes, here we go. So no overtaking, and the sign underneath tells you what it's for. So it's trucks, buses and cars towing trailers can't overtake on this stretch. You've just got to be careful of that. And then sometimes you'll get, when that restriction ends, you'll get that sign in sort of like white and grey with the 4 lines through it, like our national speed limit sign in the UK, which means that restrictions end. It's an obvious sign. But also you'll get a sign that just looks very much like our national speed limit sign in the UK, but instead of a solid black line diagonally through a circle, you'll get it's the same sign, but it's 4 thin lines diagonally in a round sign. But that means end of all restrictions. So if there's been speed limits in place, if there's been overtaking bans in place or anything like that, all those restrictions end. Which is, you can overtake in a truck, but it also means that you're on an unrestricted section of autobahn, so there's no speed limit. Well, no speed limit for cars. Still 80 k's for trucks. You get this a lot as well, the 60k limit in Regensburg, which is weak bridge. And what you're supposed to do as well on bridges and in tunnels, there's a few different ways of saying it, but it's Abstand, Aukim, Stillstand, which is keep your distance even when stationary. There's a few different ways they put that on signs. So, but on bridges you're supposed to keep, in a truck, you're supposed to keep 50 metres even when you're stationary, which no one does. Get the sign here in a second. The round sign. My key to stick my indicator on. This fella's going to go out into middle lane as well and struggle past everybody. which, you know, he's entitled to do. Some people might go in lane 3 to go around this fella. You see it quite a lot. You see that more in Germany than you do in the UK. You hardly ever see it in the UK. But you see it a lot in Germany. Yeah, blow past this fella. He's only got a little 480 DAF. German traffic law there for you. And I can't stress this enough. I really can't stress this enough. If you are over here, you do get stopped by the police or customs, because you get stopped by customs as well, just driving around Zoll. It just be civil with them. They will be civil with you. So just be friendly, just be relaxed. If you feel you're right and they're wrong, then absolutely make your point and they'll listen to you. I'm not saying you'll get anywhere, but they'll listen to you. But if you get out with an attitude, you're gonna get attitude back. And there's only ever going to be one winner. I've had it multiple times where I've been stopped in various countries and they've let me off with silly, you know, they found silly little things and they've let me off. But if I'd got out with a chip on my shoulder, there's no way. Just gonna get going here. So this is the border. Sorry, I forgot to I could have gone up there really, but I didn't. Yeah, I forgot I was making a video, so I didn't film the bit coming into the border. So this is the border anyway. This is the border at Zuben, the German-Austrian border. Some people will say Passau. When they say Passau, what they actually mean is Zuben. Passau's a bit further back up the motorway. That's it now, fully in Austria. There's a bit of a dirty patch on the left hand side at the screen there as well, and my wipers won't catch that for some reason. Yeah, I'll have to live with it like I am. This drive down through Austria is pretty ordinary, to be honest. All the way down and out and through the other side, it's pretty ordinary. There are some really nice areas of Austria, But this is just pretty ordinary. If you know your way down here as well, and you're wondering why yesterday I went through Amsterdam, etc., I had to go and meet another driver with some paperwork, so that's why I went up a little bit out of my way. Just an administrative reason. I was on my way out and I was in the right place near enough at the right time, sort of thing, so I could have actually, from where I was, easily come down through Czech and Slovakia, but no. I don't mind Czech so much, but Slovakia's another one. I don't like the place. Getting a toll box at Slovakian border is a pain. Or it can be anyway. It can be a pain. And because we very, very rarely go into Slovakia, I always hand that toll box back in when I leave, and handing them back in's a pain as well. There's normally a bit of a queue, so you can waste an hour just handing the box back in. I don't like Slovakia. So the better way for me, all the way down through Germany, all the way through Austria, it's just a better way. Probably more likely to get stopped by the police coming this way, or the Austrian DVSA, but that shouldn't be an issue. All the loads strapped down, straps are new, all got the test tags on them. You know, tacho should be 100%. I'm not over height, I'm not over length. Trucks on brand new Michelins all around. The proper Alpine symbols on them, proper winter tyre symbols, which we've got to have. So everything should be 100%. Vienna here. Just come through Linz and all the way down to Vienna, but Vienna will be tomorrow now. Should be parking up in about half an hour. Could make it to Vienna today. If I stopped and had another break, I'd make Vienna today. But there's no point. I used to know a good spot for parking in Vienna, but they've stopped the parking there now. Austria is another spot, it's another country. It's not as difficult to park in Austria as it is in Switzerland, but it's not great. You know, you've got to go to a proper parking facility, which is not something I enjoy doing, but it is what it is. I used to have a favourite spot at PTM. I'd park at Vienna, just on this side of Vienna, but so they stopped the parking there a few years ago now. It don't really matter time wise, because if I stop at it, it's like have a 45-minute break today or have a 45-minute break tomorrow. It makes no difference. Plus, I'm more likely to get a decent spot in a parking area. Well, in the one I'm going to. So I've got somewhere in mind. If I park up a bit earlier. If I have another break and then do another 2 hours driving, that's essentially, it's 3 hours. And yeah, you'll still get parked in places, but your options will become more and more limited as time goes on. I always think, you know, past these XXL lots, is that how you say it? XXX look, whatever. How much does that big chair cost? How much does that cost to make? There's loads of them have them as well. That's cost an absolute fortune to make that big chair. How much benefit are you getting out of it, business-wise? It must make sense, so they wouldn't keep doing it. Those lights in the distance there, that's Vienna. I'm expecting snow soon. According to the weather, it's been snowing in Budapest since about midnight. It's now 6:30. Whether it's causing delays or not, I don't really know. According to Google, it's not, but you can't trust Google. You cannot trust Google Maps. So anything could be happening. It's supposed to be snowing till about 7 o'clock, and then it's going to stop snowing and not snow again. So hopefully it's not going to be too bad. And it depends what kind of snow it is as well, innit? You know, if it's snowflakes the size of your hand, then there's going to be big problems, isn't there? But if it's that slushy, wet stuff, then that's not going to be too bad. We'll have to see when we get there. The only one real way of finding out. The parking are new at Vienna as well. I mentioned yesterday, is off at this junction. The petrol station down there on the left hand side, you used to be able to park there. There were like 5 or 6 spaces, but they've put barriers on it now. You can't park there at all. I don't know why. That windscreen as well is as clean as it's going to get. You've got to understand, it's November and I'm in Austria. That sign on the left there, that alarm shots. Big thing in Austria, that. Noise reduction thing. If you've ever seen a green sticker or a green sign on the front of a truck with a white L in it, that's what that L stands for. It stands for alarm shots. See very many of them anymore. K's Budapest. All being well, that should be just under 3 hours, but I don't think all is going to be well. K's to the Hungarian border, Nickelsdorf. I have to stop there and get road tax for Hungary. You can get a box for the window, but it's another one. They cost a little chunk of money, and the amount of times we come down here, it ain't worth it. And just do your tax manually. You can do it at a machine, they have like touchscreen machines, or you can go in one of the kiosks and get someone to do it for you. I always go in a kiosk and get someone to do it for me, then I know it's done properly. This is the border. Into parking. Somewhere out of the way to stop, really. Let's have a look round here. Oh yeah, have a look round here. this will do for 5 minutes. Right. Let's go and see if we can get some tax and sort stuff out. Going to this parking now. Hungary. That's me. Tax machine telling me it doesn't work in Hungary. These borders are pretty chaotic places to park at night. Avoid them at all costs. Weybridge isn't open. Is it permanently closed? Don't know. Looks a bit derelict, doesn't it? Anyway, there's plenty of parking here. Just yeah. I stopped in that last bit of parking because I didn't know if there'd be proper parking here. Well, not proper parking, but somewhere I could get out of the way. But there very obviously is somewhere I can get out of the way, so jump over the fence here and go and grab some road tax. So that's my tax done. Still showing a decent delay up ahead. They had the motorway shut earlier, but I'm assuming that was just to clear snow because they've had quite a bit of snowfall up the road here. So that's it, Hungary. Just you know. It is cold outside. It's really, really windy. And the wind's making it feel a lot colder than it. Well, it's 2 degrees according to Truck, but it feels colder than that. Really friendly woman in toll place as well. who coped very well with the stupid man from Bolton. Saying it about Eastern Europe, but this is it pretty much. Hot in summer, cold in winter. And flat. According to information I've got, about a 30-minute delay up here. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Might not be too bad. It's looking a bit bleak up there, like. About half an hour off, like the ring road, if you will, for Budapest. But I think we're going to hit traffic before I get there. So that's the area. Well, see, according to the weather this morning, it was snowing really hard where I am now. It's clearly not snowed here, has it? don't think it's snowing up the road here either, because there's trucks coming through and they've not got snow on the front of them, and they would have. In front there that's just pulling out. There's no lights on his trailer either. I don't think he's got any lights on at all. Which would be a problem for him if the police see him. Obviously I found the snow, but they've done a really good job of clearing this. They've clearly had a decent amount overnight. They've done a really decent job of clearing it as well. Side there. You know they're in front with the snow clearing when they're ploughing the hard shoulder. That's when you know they're on top of it. Traffic as well. Drop back in here. Your man's letting me back in. I think the traffic's for a combination of reasons. If I had to guess, it's a bit of a throw over from the snow earlier, because I think they had the motorway shut while they cleared it. This lane ends up here anyway. And apparently, according to Google Maps, there's roadworks down here as well, so just a combination of everything conspiring against us. This Schmidt's place on the right hand side here, the truck stop next to it. I used to stop in there quite a lot on my way across. There's a tank wash place in there, or there was anyway, a tank wash place in there. I used to give the guy €10 and he'd let me use the jet wash to wash my truck. You see the truck stop there? I don't know if you can. Anyway, it's there. Bit of Hungarian national road here. That queue was solid. That's bad queue, that. So I'm going round a bit of it. Me and all these others apparently. By the looks of it anyway. Hopefully save us some time. Come off that slip road there, back there as well, off the motorway, and there was a police car sat at the bottom of the slip road, and I thought he's going to have something to say here about all us lot coming off, but he didn't seem interested at all. Oh, there's a car in that ditch though, don't know if you can see it. A stolen car, they've driven it in there maybe. Oh, it's been there a long while. 4Ks down here, chuck a left, and you come on through the back of the services. It's the services. If I'm going to Budapest, I don't mind weekending on these services. They're not too bad. What I normally do though is I'll go onto the other side. The parking's a bit better. The other side's a bit quieter as well. They've got good showers and a good shop, but there's a tunnel that takes you under the motorway, so you can actually get through to the other side at the services. You don't have to go up, turn around and come back. This is what I think of when I think of Hungary, driving in Hungary. I don't think he even looked then, that fella. He must have done, I suppose. Yeah, I don't think of like the big new motorways and that. Just think of roads like this. Sort all my various things. Out. And get going. I've got a coffee. Got an Hungarian coffee. Last view of Hungary in the daylight. We ain't gonna see it in daylight again. Not until we come again, if we ever come again. Weekended here a few times. I like parking here at left, so I'd park behind this truck. I mean, there's not room there now, but I'd park behind this truck if there was room. Toll control. Toll control, it's fine. Don't want to control my toll. Not interested. I know it says stop. Oh, just reviewing footage as well from earlier on. And I know when I went into parking at Nicholasdorf, I went through the no entry, and I know I drove against the directional arrows. But honestly, no one else cares, so why should I? So that's my answer to that. No one is bothered. So yeah. Dead common that, the toll people. I can't think I've seen them doing that before. I'd actually stood there, but dead common for them to sit in cars with cameras on the end of services. Traffic control. £5 on a Saturday morning, on a very cold Saturday morning. They do this in Austria, get this in Germany sometimes as well. You've got to come off, as well, like this, the Italian video. When I got stopped in Switzerland, stop here and get your toll for Austria if you wanted to, if you needed to. Oh, I tell you what about paying tolls in Hungary for trucks. I don't think I actually covered it last time I came down here, because I've done a Hungary video before, but it's quite old. So you need to find, they call it Hugo, H-U-G-O. You need to find a Hugo station. Go in and there's a big touchscreen machine, and they want, I forget the sequence, right, but they want the height, width and length of the truck. So if you're not 100% sure, you drive a 40 ton truck, it's 2.5 metres wide, it's 4 metres high, it's 16.5 metres long. Then they put axle weight, but they don't, you only get one box to put like an axle weight in. No, you know, the front and the axles 1 and 2 are different weights, and the trailer axles are different weights from the unit axles. So what are they asking for? So I just put a random number. I put 10 ton in, because why not? And then they want the overall weight, the maximum overall weight of the vehicle, which for me is 40 ton. And then they want the address of the company and our address for this company. You have to put it in a really specific way, or they'll tell you the postcode's wrong. They want an email address to send an invoice to. Then you've got to reconfirm the email address that you're sending the invoice to. And then they don't do it off the name of the junction, they do it off the name of the town that you're going to. So the name of the town you're coming from, the name of the town you're going to, and then they'll go on to the billing information. But what that does is that'll bring a QR code up on the screen. You then get your phone out, scan the QR code, which will take you to a specific payment portal for your transaction. You then pay with your bank card on the phone. They don't accept DKB or anything like that. You pay with your bank card on your phone. Then once you've paid, the machine will know you've paid because you've been linked to a specific portal with that machine. It'll then say your transaction's finished, and the machine will print you a receipt out. Great big long till receipt looking thing, and then you're done. But your tax lasts until midnight of the following day. So if you say you're going to Budapest and coming back, and you know you're coming back, you can do your tax from the border up to wherever you're going in Budapest. And you can't just put Budapest unless you're actually going into the centre. You've got to be more specific than that. And then you can do it back to the border. So you're going to go today and come back tomorrow. You can do all that tax in one go, because obviously your tax lasts until midnight the next day. It's the most complicated one, I think, that I've done recently anyway. People might disagree, I don't know, something I'm not thinking of, can't think. And the machines are hard work. Some work really well, like they're supposed to, and others, the touch screen doesn't work, you're thumping the screen. It's complicated, and it's unnecessarily complicated. Don't forget to take your phone in with you, or you'll have to void the transaction and start again. don't expect to be able to pay on a Shell card or a DKB card or an AS24 or anything like that. You won't be able to. Even if you get the Hugo box to put in the window, you still have to go into the website and register it and log a card with it, and it's unnecessarily complicated. Might as well leave this going now. Only a couple of minutes from the border. The reason I've started so early this morning is because I run out of time at about 1:30 today. So today's Saturday. So I started last Sunday at 1:30 in the afternoon, which means I can work till 1:30 this afternoon. I'm not going to explain that, but trust me, it's true. Alright then, I give it. I'll explain it very briefly. Tachograph law ain't bothered. Well, no, you see, this is the thing. This is why I don't talk about tachographs. But in this instance, tachograph law isn't bothered about what day of the week it is. As far as working goes, driving's different. As far as working goes, it's 6 24-hour periods you can work. So I'm in my 6th 24-hour period. And that 6th 24-hour period ends at 1:30. As far as anything legislation-wise is concerned, I always say the same thing to people. Do not ever, ever, ever take advice from people on social media. Listen, me included. It's always, when you talk about taco stuff and different legislation, it's always, oh, my mate says, I read on Facebook, a bloke told me once, my mate got done for that. No, show me where you found that on the government website. Let's put some lights on, John. This will upset the Austrians. You know, I've knocked them off, it might upset them a bit too much. There you go. Austria. Yeah, anyway, rant over. It's like it's a bit too cold and windy here for the Austrians. Everybody seems to be following me here. I hope I know where I'm going. Look at that, it appears I do. back in Austria. Take advantage of the first bit of daylight and a clean windscreen for the first time I think since I started making this video, because it's just rained quite hard. Do a bit more filming. I like it down here. I like this little stretch just before we just come off here to head for Linz. So lazy this week. I have not done any training at all. Well, no, that's not true. I did a load of squats on Tuesday. Oh no, that's not true either. I did a load of squats on Tuesday, and on Wednesday morning I did a load of skull crushers. So I have some kettlebells to bring with me, and I did insets. I did 200 skull crushers as well on Wednesday morning. But other than that, I've done now, and that's not a lot for me. I had every intention yesterday of doing a decent session, but I just didn't do it. So today, like it or not, there's going to be some training done. I don't like working Saturdays. Because I should be getting up now to go to the gym. I don't like working Sunday mornings either for the same reason. I like to be done on a Friday so I can go to the gym after work. Being away stops you from doing all those things. But I suppose it's good to get out of the house every now and again, isn't it? Go a bit further. So, alarm shuts. do some transport manager work for Tom as well today. Download last month's OCRS reports. Go through all the tacho downloads. I think that's it. Waiting on an updated VTG6A plate for one of trucks. Put a private plate on it, but on the previous VTG6A plate, the model number was wrong. So you get the make, which is a Scania, the model, but the model was wrong, so I'm having to change the registration, but I've asked them to change the model on the VTG6A plate as well. Done that before, I've had this issue before, but it was supposed to be an S500, Scania S500, and on the plating certificate it was down as an S600. They don't even make an S600, and they changed that, no problem. But this one, this other one that we're doing now, seems to be taking a bit of time for some reason, so I'm hoping they don't want to do an inspection on the truck just because it's massively inconvenient. Sign back there, so let's go past this fella. Going to get as far as I want to get before I need a break, because I want to go to Haag, the truck stop at Haag, to have a shower, and I'm not going to make it. I've only got 2.5 hours driving left. I'm going to make it to Haag in 2.5 hours from here. I'll probably end up stopping before that and then stop at Haag as well, and then up into Germany. back at Zubin. That mark on the right hand side there don't look too clever. I think the authorities have thought the same thing about him. Let's go in here and change countries. Let's go down here and change countries. Might as well, eh? Do. In Germany now. Hours up here and then that's it. I've got somewhere in mind to stop for the weekend, which is a good spot, but it's not great facilities wise, like for a shop or anything like that. It's a little bit of a walk. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have a think about that one. This is like the German don't know, I don't know how you describe this, like the German border control maybe. I'm going to say they'll leave us alone, they won't be interested in me. What gets me about this is that there are, you watch this now, you watch them stick that sign up in front of me now. There are ways around this as well. That's the thing. You don't have, like, if you know what you're doing coming into Germany, easily get around that. Easily. It's like when the football was on in Germany and they put the borders like back up, they put controls on all the borders. But you could easily get in and out of Germany without going through the controls. Just, I don't know, it's just strange to me. But then they catch people. They're always arresting people at border controls like that. So, you know, maybe it does work. Look at that cyclist stops at red light there. You would not get that in England. It's Sunday morning. I'm off for a bit of a walk around, have a look around Regensburg for a bit. Show you something interesting on the walk back. I used to do this quite a lot. If the truck's safe enough where it is, then yeah, I just go for a walk. I always take that into consideration when I'm parking for a weekend. Is there anything to do? So, oh, hang on. Let's cross the road properly. We are in Germany after all. Come back to you. This is all very German, isn't it? Scaffolding ruins it a bit, but I don't think that scaffolding's period correct. Because it wouldn't be a city anywhere in the world, would it, without beggars on the street. If the German motorway network's anything to go by, it probably take them about 50 years to finish that, whatever they're doing. Oh, let's have a walk down there. Obviously beggars and cheesy tourist stuff. Again, the sort of bus train thing sort of ruins it. Thing about Germany as well, everything's shut on a Sunday. France is the same. I suppose there are a few countries that are the same, but with a weird smell as well. Yeah. I'll tell you what we are going to do. I'm going to go in that cafe and get a coffee, I think. So these, there. They're called Stolpersteins, which means stumbling stones or stumbling blocks, translated literally. And the plaques they are plaques to commemorate Jewish victims of the Holocaust. And yeah, there's quite a lot of them around here. Anyway, that was the interesting thing I wanted to show you on the walk back. I saw them on the way down. I walk back to the truck now. It's only 6 kilometres away, so I just keep plodding on. it is now Monday morning. I forgot what day it was then. Nuremberg, like round the back of Nuremberg. I wonder if when they're graffitiing them bridges, they bring a big tin of white paint with them. Sorry, no, a big tin of green paint, I should say, in case they make a mistake and they can paint over it and start again. Temperature on dashboard here reckons it's 15 degrees out there, but it absolutely does not feel like 15 degrees when you get out. I'm up near Frankfurt now. I wanted to film driving past the airport and that. So if you've never seen it, that's all quite interesting. I'll do it on another video. We're always down here. But yeah, I'm not going that way, so end of the day for me as well, this. Thought I'd do a bit of filming now, otherwise we'd be into tomorrow. Having only filmed one little bit of today. Well, as this is transport, and in transport, very occasionally, things have been known to change. So I am now going to go up the A3 past Frankfurt Airport, which I previously stated I wasn't going to do. The airport's away over to my left now. So get a pretty decent view of it. Of it, I should say, over on the left. Oh, there you go, plane coming in as if to prove me point. Is that an Embraer? Maybe. Cologne, Wiesbaden, Kelsterbach, Köln, as they say here. It's us that call it Cologne. If I was to turn round and head the other way on this motorway, and pretty much, give or take, not turn off it at all, we'd end up in Italy. The motorway had changed numbers and we'd have changed countries. And it's still got to Italy. Used to do a lot of groupage around Frankfurt. He's got a company called IHG, other side of Frankfurt from where I am now, up the 661. You used to go and tip there. You used to turn into it through off a cobbled street, through a little stone archway, and the bays were all at left hand side, and it was really difficult to reverse on a bay in a right hand drive truck. Horrible little place. I always think this building up on the right here looks like an alien spaceship's landed. Train station underneath that building, the one on the right. There's always a police van there as well. Where that police van was parked, always a van there. I don't know what they do. It's about jet fuel as well. So I normally can't when I come through here, just be the way the wind's blowing. Well, there were no signs lit back on the last gantry to say I couldn't overtake, but obviously those signs are lit to say I can't overtake. Oh, look at that. It's so normal, this as well. This goes back to what I said much earlier on in the video about the German efficiency, because we can now overtake. Oh, now we can't. Sure, these signs follow me up here. Now we can, according to this sign up here. Not confusing at all, is it? Issues the lights on his trailer there. Those aren't LEDs that are strobing. Oh, have they gone on? They're back on. They're not strobing because of the camera. They're actually strobing in real life. And there's no side lights. In fact, there's no side lights all down the side of this trailer, and none across the bottom either. These signs up here, travel time signs. yeah, Frankfurt Airport. Gets a bit busy through there sometimes. But normally it's not too bad. These signs there tell me I can overtake, so they cancel out the no overtaking signs that were for the roadworks. This video is going to be some length, innit? We're back in Holland now. Something I never really talk about. I don't know, maybe I have. I forget what I've done. But road tolls in Holland, it's the easiest thing in the world. You just pay by the day. And you can pay it online. Use your fuel card or whatever card you want to use. And just pay it by the day. Don't get caught without it, in my advice. This fella's virtually stopped here. Not quite sure what all that was about. A very impatient Dutchman behind me as well. His big red daff. Probably trying to get to his destination before it breaks down. Belgium used to be in the same tax system that Holland uses, the Euro vignette. They're out of it now, they use a box in the window now. But we used to come off the boat in Calais on a Sunday to head up into Belgium. So you'd have like 80, 100 trucks coming off the boat in one go on a Sunday afternoon, all diving into the first petrol station to get vignette to go up into Belgium. It was, yeah, not fun. I am going to go straight out here. Trucks there, and I don't like that. So go out and get past this fella and leave them all with it. going to do the boat home full UK to UK. But I've decided that this is going to be it.